Welcome to a brand new episode of the Real Life Podcast, a member of the Nation Network of podcasts and delivered by DoorDash.
Welcome to Real Life, everyone. What is going on right now?
I think that I'm in love with Matthew Tkachuk.
Are you guys all drunk?
How about me failing successfully with pushing the intro button? I like it. Real Life Podcast, episode 394. Bag Milk here with Jay. Liam sitting in the producer chair because Tyler is in Montreal. Wanye's here. Chalmers here. We got the gang's all here. Tyler, how you doing in Montreal today, pal?
I'm doing good. I was very, very hungover this morning, though. So it was tough getting out of bed. But lots of content already done. Lots more on the way.
What did you do?
Proud of you, Yaremchuk. You're doing it big out there. I see you standing beside Frank Saravalli, and I say, Saravalli, you're IBM, and Yaremchuk's Microsoft. They're going to fucking eat you for lunch one day.
You do have Tyler does have tired eyes right now. Look at Tyler's eyes right now on the Zoom call.
Yeah, he's hurting. What did you do last night?
Everybody stop. I just want to know one thing, Tyler. Yeah, I'm coming. Okay. Hey, welcome back to me. Okay, anyways, was it just a who's who of who's... What's it like going out the night before the draft in Montreal, which is a kick-ass city, with what I can imagine is a lot of NHL agents, a lot of upper management, a lot of NHL highbrow people in the city. What was it like?
So I got a few stories. The first one would be leaving. I went and had lunch in sort of the media room yesterday.
Was it the lunch brought to you by the HGA group?
Mm-hmm. Shout out to the HGA group.
Excellent.
So I was then leaving the hotel where the GM meetings were happening to walk back to my hotel. And you're like walking on the street and you're like, there's Jarmo Kekalainen, there's Joe Sakic, there's the other GMs, and all the GMs were just like walking past me on the street, which was cool. Last night we did the NHL throws the media a party every year. So we went to this cool little outdoor patio, and the NHL gave us free food and free booze for a few hours. And
it's where they put chips in your brain to keep you in tow for the season.
Yep.
They had a signature draft drink called a Montreal Mule, which was delicious. And then I met a bunch of really cool people. I met Kyle Bukauskas from Sportsnet.
Best hair in the game.
Great hair.
And so I'm standing there and he comes up to me and he was like, Mr. Tyler Yaremchuk, how are you? And
Get the fuck out.
Me? I interviewed him when I was a NAIT student in my first semester. He was my first ever interview. So to have him come up and be like, Tyler, you're doing good. Like, keep going at Daily Faceoff. The stuff's great. It was like, oh shit. That is.
I feel like you're a SoundCloud rapper at the Grammys.
Yeah.
Like everyone there is like super primed and polished, and you show up with like a severed head in a bag and a wad of cash. And you're like, I also media sport.
Yeah, that's pretty much what it was. Hung out with Gregor a lot last night too. Got to meet like people from the hockey news and all that cool stuff. Yeah, it was a really, really good time. And then the after party for the media was at a karaoke bar. So watched some media members sing karaoke.
What was your song? What was your song?
Okay, who sang?
Who sang? What they sang?
I
Who was
didn't
the best?
sing.
Who was the worst?
Why?
And did you take any video?
You told me in Los Angeles that if somebody picks a Drake song, you could go word for word. I figured you had an opportunity to do a little drizzle.
I bet there was a lot of promises between the two of you in Los Angeles, Bag Milk. We don't have to bring them all up on air.
That is true.
The best karaoke, I don't think I'm like telling tales out of school or whatever. John Liu sang a French song and it was beautiful.
I can see John Liu not only having stage presence,
long hair. He's got long, luscious locks all of a sudden.
And another thing, an issue I'm having. So we did our first Daily Faceoff show and Frank said our lighting sucked and that I had to go buy lighting. And when I was at the airport in Edmonton, I have a massive suitcase full of recording gear and I put it on the little thing to weigh it because it can't be more than 50 pounds. And it was 50.0 pounds, like dead on. The guy was like, like you barely made it. So now I've purchased a lot of lighting and I don't know how I'm going to bring it back to Edmonton.
You stuff those in your pockets.
A second bag?
I don't have one. So do I have to now go buy a second bag?
You stuff those in your pockets. Hey,
get a baby carrier and say it's your baby, and they're not allowed to look at your baby.
You could get a podcast version of a one and done on the way back from Montreal.
Light smuggling.
Don't you look at my baby.
I also bought a stand for one of the lights because you needed it, and that won't fit in my suitcase because it's too big. So
Saravalli sounds like a little bit of a diva here.
Yeah, but the diva can sing, can't she?
Demanding you go get more lighting to make it look better.
I will not be approving that expense report. I'll tell you that much. So relay that to Frank.
Yeah, Frank's got to bring it back.
Not hit my inbox.
Yeah, Frank's got to bring that back to Philly with him if you can't get it in your suitcase.
if my expense report isn't getting approved, I'm going and returning it.
No, I want you to
tomorrow when I'm done my content.
Send it to Frank.
So why don't you just do that? That sounds like the best thing possible.
That sounds like a
Win-win.
great idea.
Yeah.
I don't know what the return policy is.
Unless you open the box
used.
like a caveman, which I could also see you doing.
With your teeth?
Yeah.
There you go. It's all scattered around my hotel room.
Yeah, we're not returning that.
Yeah. I think the stand I could maybe return, though. That box is pretty well intact.
Tyler's
But I make 3 trips to this French photography store to get all this stuff because I went
Boudoir photography.
Go the first time, buy the lights, come back, get to the hotel room, open them up. I'm like, how did they sell these and they don't have any sort of a stand that came with them? Like, why? So I walk all the way back to the photography store, buy my stand, come back to the hotel, finally put them on the stands. They don't sell them with the plugins. You have to go back and pay more money for the plugins for them to even work. What a scam.
Photography.
Classic upsell.
I'm buying photography.
That's a classic.
Classic.
I was buying photography.
They did.
It's a photography store.
They did the. Would you like fries and a drink with that? Except for the plugs.
Yeah, and I was just like, what a
bamboozled
scam this is.
What else happened at karaoke? So you did
What
not
else did you
perform.
spend that you didn't need to?
Yep.
Yeah.
Karaoke was good. I've become really good friends with a reporter from Pittsburgh. We hung out all night.
Name?
And
What's his name?
Mike DeFabo from the Pittsburgh Post-Gazette. Me and
I
him
hope the
had
two of you are very happy, Tyler. I hope you're very happy with your new friends.
Yeah.
You fuck.
we had a good time, had way too many drinks, and woke up this morning and I wrangled.
I feel like you
Frank's-
woke up together this morning in that sentence. It was strangely worded.
Frank sent me a photo of you this morning, bent over, and it's like Tyler is literally hungover, he said.
Yeah, I was. And I wrangled Frank Saravalli into an area at the front of the Bell Center, and I blew the nation conch and brought everyone in. So it was
So who showed up?
3 minutes. He did 3 minutes with me, and then I took off the microphone and gave it to Chris Faber, and he did 4 minutes with Chris Faber. Faber takes off the microphone, gives it to Steinberg. Steinberg does a few minutes with Frank. So we covered all of our bases nationwide. Wise. I was going to do a funny thing of Frank just standing there blankly for 15 seconds and being like, Frank caught up with our Jets Nation correspondent earlier today.
How dare you?
No, why
How
not?
dare you?
That's good.
That would have been funny, right? I
Question.
definitely should have done that.
Is Chris Faber wearing a suit, or has he become slowly nationized as he's down there?
He is wearing, when I saw him this morning, he was wearing a Canucks Conversation polo.
Which is good. That's
acceptable.
now on brand. We got to get him some Canucks Army swag.
Is there a lot of polos being worn in Montreal right now?
Oh,
Polo
that's
capital.
the signature shirt of the upper management in hockey.
Of scouts
Yeah.
and above.
Polos per 60 is through the roof. Oh, personal issue I'm having. I obviously have
boy.
my suit for tonight. I've never
pee-pee?
used an iron before.
Have we ever ironed before?
Yeah, I've ironed before.
All right, Yaremchuk, I'm going to give you a life hack. Hang your suit in the
That's
bathroom.
exactly what I was going to say.
Here you
and
go.
crank it on as hot as you can.
Yep.
And steam
that
the
whole
suit?
Yeah.
20
Steam
minutes.
the shit out of that
Steam
thing.
that baby. Wrinkles be gone.
Yeah.
No ironing.
It's a good
for you,
thing
my
we have
friend.
no environmentalists listening.
What do you mean?
No one's
see that.
listening, Chalmers.
What are you wasting? The water goes back into the system and gets recycled, bro.
The
I guess
power to heat it?
maybe the gas, sure. Natural gas.
Yeah,
you
but
have an
the
issue
power
with what's
from
your
the
beef with
iron-
natural gas?
It's an iron, not an iron.
Could be an iron.
And listen, is there an iron in your hotel room?
Yes, I think, I saw one hanging in the
Okay,
closet.
okay. So you just lightly dampen a towel,
Yeah,
put
so you
it on
take
the bed.
it, throw it out the fucking
Oh, what am
window,
I, Mrs.
fire up the shower.
Doubtfire?
Yeah.
Lightly wet the towel, put it on the bed, lay your shirt on the bed, and iron your shirt.
Yeah. Take the iron, shove it up your ass, put your suit in the shower, crank it on hot.
Yeah. That's
Or
how you
Make sure the door's closed to the bathroom for maximum steam.
Actually, just ignore these guys, Tyler. Can you please make a video of you ironing your suit?
Yeah, that's actually true.
I would love to see that. Tyler
Or shoving
tries.
it up your butt, one of the two.
For our environmentalist friend. So after you're done cranking the heat in the shower, in the bathroom with the
Yeah,
closed
crank
door
it in the
for
shower.
20 minutes. For 20 minutes.
No.
Chalmers,
Yeah.
I've watched you put a pair of socks
Open
in the dryer before we go to the bar for an hour.
Chalmers
Single pair of
used to
socks.
always
How
have you.
dare you, David Suzuki, in this conversation?
Chalmers was always a shirt before the shirt guy. He would have he would
God.
have a tank top on, shirt in the dryer, just percolating with heat, getting ready, crush and rise, and then 4 seconds before departure of the house, get the warm top on.
You would leave
Cowboys
halfway
lineup.
through the night at the club and change outfits at the club and then come out in a second outfit at the club.
And
You're
a
the only
matching
person I've
Kangol
ever
hat.
seen.
I would buy like a new diesel shirt every Friday.
Every Friday.
For the bar.
Jeez.
And then watch
Best.
it. It was.
I remember going into the diesel store on Europa Boulevard, Chalmers. What was that called? The Chalmers store, I called it always. In my
no, high grade.
High
No, it
grade.
wasn't high grade.
Yeah, it was high grade.
Yeah, high grade.
Oh, it was
and we
high
went
grade,
in
yeah.
there. This is like a long time ago. This might have been pre-Y2K. And you looked at all the shirts and yelled at the people working there as though you were the district manager. And the guy came out and I said something to the effect of like, you have all the diesel shirts. And you're like, no. And then he's like, you have every shirt we make, sir, in your size. You have them all. And you were like, fuck. And then we stormed off. And I was like, this guy's going places.
And then we had to go to Unlimited and get something.
The high grade tells you have one of everything, sir. You're too baller.
Get more product. Get more shirts. What the fuck is wrong with you? This ain't a me problem. This is a them problem.
Tyler, you're at the draft covering it for Oilers Nation and Daily Faceoff. Wanye, does this remind you of back in the day when, like, it's amazing how it's grown from when we had to crowdsource Brownlee's trip to the draft once upon a time?
Well, gather around, children. There's a story to be told here. I remember this being one of the first times I was like, I think we're getting somewhere with this Oilers website, Jay, because Brownlee bitched in an article. I think it was called something like, what will we wrap our fish in if there's no more newspapers? And it was this like takedown of the mainstream media because the
Liam loves
journal,
that one, by the way, Wanye.
What's that?
Liam loves that
Yeah,
one.
well,
As an English guy,
fish and
wrapping
chips
fish
traditionally
and chips,
served
yeah.
in newspaper.
Ding dong, order me up some fish and
What's-
chaps.
Yeah.
A little memory of home.
Yeah, a little bit of home for you there, sir. And then people go, well, we'll pay for Brownlee to go. And I go to Jay. Do you remember this, Jay?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, everyone's talking tough on the website about paying for Brownlee to go to the draft. And you're like, well, there's a quick way to put that to a stop. We'll just let them pay to send Brownlee to the draft. But there wasn't GoFundMes. This was like pre-GoFundMe. Like I'd never really heard of anybody crowdsourcing a bill before at this point. This was probably like 2008, 2009.
Probably 2000.
And then somehow or other, I don't know what we rigged a fax machine to an ATM or
PayPal
what we did,
button.
but
we were able to get a PayPal button on the site.
That's right. Pay by PayPal.
Yeah.
And then we're like, Brownlee, we did a fundraiser on the website so you can go. And he was like, I can't go. We're like, what do you mean you can't go? He's like, I was just complaining. I wasn't wanting to go. I'm like, well, I don't know what to fucking tell you, but all these people from the internet are paying for you to go. And he's like, this doesn't work for me in the least. And I don't remember if he went.
No, Gregor went.
Gregor went.
Yeah.
And then
That's
the
when
next
Gregor
year we
took his
sent.
place.
Then the next year we did it again, and then sent Brownlee finally
That's
redemption. But like we raised like $2,800 in like $5 increments.
Yeah, we're like, you can have a steak, Brownlee. And he was like, a steak? I'm a big deal.
I should have steak on top of steak. Anyway.
And now we have 6 cats at the draft, man.
Now we're just
One of
going
them
and buying
is Frank
lights
Cervelli.
whenever we want.
Yeah, there's just lights to
Fuck.
be had everywhere.
Yeah.
Tripods. Meanwhile,
Yeah,
we
these
have-
lights were not cheap.
Meanwhile,
Send it to Frank.
we also noticed that you took the good microphones when you left.
Mm-hmm.
I'm holding a microphone with my hand like some kind of horrific broadcaster of some variety. I didn't know what to say there, but I said
I don't
Explain
know
yourself.
I don't know what you want me to say because I just wanted to ensure that
you know what I'm not going to do because I got a shitty mic? Run to the fucking photography store and buy more
Yeah.
microphones.
Run to a French
I'm gonna live with it.
photography store.
Explain yourself.
So actually the coincidence in all of this, because I had to make an earlier trip to this store, I forgot a little part at home.
How many times have you gone to this fucking
My
store?
God.
Four
Monsieur
times.
Yaremchuk?
Jesus Christ.
I walked in the last time and the guy who would help me the previous two was like,
Gave you the
"Mr.
friends
Tyler,
and
you're
family on the
back." I
fourth
was like,
visit?
Yeah, I have an account there now. They were like, you should sign up for an account with us. You save like X amount of dollars today. I was like, I don't care. But anyways, so I had
now
to go
they're
to
just
Best
going to
Buy.
market to you, and then you're going to go
Yeah.
back and buy even more stuff that
Yeah.
Jay didn't approve.
So I had to get this part that was like $20, right? And I Googled, they had it in stock at the Best Buy down the street. The live show starts in an hour and a half. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to hustle this Best Buy. It's like a 10-minute walk. I'll run, grab the part, hustle back, run to the Best Buy, and it doesn't open till 11. And it's like 10:25. I'm like, oh, I'm screwed. So I was like, you know what? I'm just going to walk like a little bit more down the street and see if like maybe there's a Shoppers Drug Mart or something that like sells electronics. And I walked down the street and there's literally just this photography store. Like, it was huge too, and they had everything I needed. It was great. And then a bunch more.
Shout
Is
out
there
to the
anybody that could have
stores.
lent you these lights?
No.
You're thinking
I-
like a boss there, Chalmers.
I would have liked
I
to see
mean-
just all of the gaggle of Nation staff that are down there in Montreal holding their iPhone lights over Frank to light him up.
Like that
Everyone
TikTok
just
trend.
swiping Jay's credit card to 360-degree range.
Yeah, we'll just
Spend, buy, expense. No, stop.
To be fair, these lights will actually get a lot of future use as well, because I did get like lighter-ish portable ones that are kind of meant to travel.
You don't have a choice now.
Well, yeah, I don't really have a choice. But there is a lot of future use coming out of these, so they're a solid purchase, I think, for Frank.
Well, I hope you're enjoying those new lights while we're scared here under tornado watch here in the city. Tyler.
Is that happening?
Well, according to Josh Clausen, we're watching for it. So I'm
Really?
keeping eyeballs on it. Oh, yeah.
Where?
Oh,
I want to know
boy.
which way to look.
Up.
Yep. Skyward.
Like right above me. Okay.
There's just no details quite yet, but Josh Clausen, his most recent tweet, just says, stay here on my Twitter page and I will keep you informed. So keep an eye to the skies, Chalmers.
Yaremchuk,
That
you should
is-
have a Drake rap battle off with Josh Clausen.
I'd like to watch that.
Would you do it? For charity.
The thing is, Josh Clausen can actually like rap
He
himself.
can
Like,
spit
he's
hot
got-
He's
fire.
gonna rap his ass off.
But I think if you think you can keep up, it should be worth the go. It's not about who wins. It's about raising money for a good cause and making you look silly.
I bet you could also get some style points in on Josh Clausen, Tyler.
I think he wants, because Josh and I have talked about rap together before when we worked in the same building. He once referred to himself as the Gerfel, I think he called it. The greatest rapper from Lloydminster.
Oh, nice.
Love it.
Big flex.
So can you
So
be
he's got like a
the-
rap nickname,
He's
and I don't
shitting on the
have that.
legacy of Big Lloyd.
Yeah, you can call yourself
Rapper,
Lil Stab.
That's actually kind of good.
I know.
Border Squad.
Before we get to some actual Oilers news, Tyler, I want to ask you about some of the videos you were putting out with Frank. Summer's officially here. What a better way to cool off than at the rink during the first ever Summer World Junior. Single game tickets for the tournament are on sale now, starting at just $40. Grab your sunglasses. The brightest stars in the junior game are coming to Edmonton. Tickets are available. Get them. Go watch some hockey. Since we're talking about, since Tyler's out there, you put out some rumor news, kind of, I guess you could call it that, with Frank. What's the latest on Jesse Puljujärvi, Tyler?
The latest on Jesse Puljujärvi is that there are as many as 6 to 7 teams interested in him.
Who?
Ken Holland, I think the Predators, I think the Hurricanes like him, the Senators like him.
Detroit.
Those are 3 for sure.
Wasn't Carolina one too?
Yeah, didn't I say them? Didn't I say the Canes, Preds, and Sens?
Come on, Liam.
And the Red Wings, I think, have interest in him too.
Why
So
are we
that's-
giving away a guy for marginal value if like a third of the league is interested in?
That's a good question, but I think Ken Holland will be successful in his quest to not get a draft pick back. I think he's going to get a warm body. I am under the impression it's going to happen soon. If it's not for a draft pick, maybe it's something that doesn't happen until early next week, but I think it's going to happen in the next 24 to 48 hours again, or
Who do you
24
think
hours.
the warm body is?
Gregor's Michael Rasmussen idea was really interesting to me, because that's a guy who this front office in Edmonton would have some familiarity with.
Yeah, Tyler Wright
I
scouted him.
believe. Yeah, Tyler Wright would have drafted him. Philip Zadina is another interesting one out in Detroit, because he's again a high pick.
Isn't
who's
Rasmussen
out-
also Detroit?
Yep. And
Yeah.
he's
Yeah,
another
Rasmus-
monster, too. They'd just be trading giant body for giant body.
Who's Tyler Wright in charge of?
He is
He's
now
in charge of our amateur scouting.
Yeah, he's now with the Oilers.
Of the
in
Oil?
scouting. Yep.
No kidding.
They brought him over from Detroit.
Well,
So-
there's a rare win.
He's very
Mike
good.
Greer should be our GM. What the fuck? We missed out. There's a lot of Oilers alumni making moves at the managerial level suddenly, and none of them work for the Oil.
Bill Guerin.
Mike
Bill Guerin in
Greer.
Minnesota.
Yeah. So yeah, that's the latest on Puljujärvi. Frank also seems to think there's a greater than 50% chance that Duncan Keith is retiring.
Really?
Yeah, that sounds like something that could happen. I think Frank on the rundown said 65% chance that
Yeah.
Keith retires.
Yeah, I heard that. Heard that at
65%,
Reese's
eh?
30 minutes ago.
That'd be a nice
Frank
little
also said,
boost
sorry.
of $5.5 million if he does, though that does create a hole, but interesting to follow nevertheless. Go ahead.
I think they just might.
65%.
Chikrin.
They would. They would
Chikrin.
use the money, sign Kulak, right?
Chikrin.
Sounds like Columbus is really horny for Chikrin.
Yeah, and they have 2 picks in the top 15. I think Kekalainen is all horned up for Jacob Chikrin.
Yep.
Sounds like a horny place down there.
Yeah, honestly, Montreal, very horny town.
Yeah,
Very
I think
horny
Frank
town.
said horned up like 9 times on the rundown.
Good
so
God.
Montreal is having its effect on you people over there. You
Frank's
go,
just
you
horned
go
up
to the
in
pornography store
cigarettes.
4 times for equipment. This is very weird.
And Frank also says there's a handful of teams that are interested in Zack Kassian, have been talking to the Oilers about Zack Kassian, but he said, a lot of those teams want the Oilers to take a bad contract back. And in Edmonton's opinion, some of those contracts are worse than Zack Kassian. So
I've got some intel, actually. I can't disclose how, but it's someone who's connected and who helps Kassian when he's here in the season, saying that he's pretty sure he's not coming back. As that was communicated from him to this person.
Interesting. But
Yeah,
it
that
depends,
makes
like Frank said, because I watched the video before we started. What kind of sweetener does that even take? Because at some point you just don't do it, I guess, and then you have to go down the buyout road, maybe.
No buyouts, no more dead cap space.
I agree with you.
I'm
Chikrin.
really intrigued to
Chikrin.
see what the sweetener would have to be.
Yeah.
I'm also interested in just the idea of throwing him into a deal. Like if you get a team who's like, hey, we really want this prospect and this pick from you in a deal, you kind of sit there and say, okay, sure, we're doing the deal, but you're taking Zack Kassian off our hands if you're dealing with sort of a rebuilding team, right? So I could see Zack Kassian getting dealt, maybe not in the next 48 hours, but at some point.
From what you're saying, we're losing a lot of pieces, like, because we haven't even touched on Evander Kane, but most likely we're not getting him back. We don't get Puljujarvi back. We don't have
Schmidt's going to
Kassian
bow.
back.
Yeah, but we're
We don't
gonna
have
go
Keith
and we're
back.
gonna go
We
and
don't
do
have
some
Smith
deals.
back.
We're gonna fill those holes. That's the thing. We can. Maybe I'm in
Horned up.
Montreal now.
Are you in Montreal?
I might be. But we're gonna now have a shit ton of cap space,
Potentially.
and if fucking we better put the our windows open now button down, and trade draft capital for the next 2 years.
Well, to that point,
Let's get what we need. Let's get the best of the best.
Well-
Connor and Leon deserve it.
the Oilers have holes. Another goaltender is going to hit the market that has been linked to the Oilers. Tyler, Darcy Kemper, were you surprised to see them trade for Georgiev in Colorado?
Big time. I didn't think they were going to bring back Kemper. I think I've even said that on this pod a few times. But for that team to be willing to go in next year with Georgiev and Francouz, they're good and there's upside there.
They just need average goaltending. That's it.
I know, and
they're going to get it.
Recognize that's all they need.
They are going to get it.
I wonder if this paves the way. I wonder if this paves the way for them bringing back Nazem Kadri as well. The sense that Georgiev.
They can't. Someone's going to offer Kadri $10 million a year.
What?
Someone's going to do it.
Why, and what gives you the impression that the Avs can't afford that?
They can't.
Well, because they got to do.
Why not?
Tell me
$10 million.
What do you mean? They're gonna have to. They have to re-sign Nate Dogg next year,
Next summer.
and even if he takes a deal, it's still $9.5 million. And then Byram's gonna be up.
Okay,
Can't do it.
So
Can't do it. And then you're also kissing Nikushkin goodbye if you're okay with that.
Okay. So hear me out.
No.
They have 20. Okay.
Continue.
If we lose Kassian, wouldn't it be nice to put Nikushkin in that spot?
No.
He
Chushkin's
costs
gonna
too
get
much.
overpaid.
Yeah.
Overpaid. We have to
And
overpay. It's win now time.
We don't have.
I'm not overpaying.
I don't think we have to overpay. I think we just have to trade what is needed and sign just appropriate amounts. Because I think the league, the free agents know that our time is now and they want to come and party.
So the Avs have $24.3 million in cap space. Let's go on the high end. Say Georgiev gets $3 million on his next deal.
Yep.
So you're down to 21. You can give 10 to Kadri. He might take a discount to stay there, but 10 to Kadri brings you to 11. You need to sign Lehkonen for 4, so that brings you down to 7 million. And then you use that final 7 million.
Nikushkin 5.
Nikushkin you let walk if you're keeping Kadri. You can't have both of them.
Then McKinnon's going to get a $3 to $4 million bump, and Bowen Byram is going to be a $7 million
easily
defenseman.
get that. McKinnon's 6.3 right now.
I know.
That's
So,
bargain.
but he's going to, he's going to go full Sidney Crosby. He's
No,
gonna take a
I
deal.
actually kind of heard there was a conversation the other day. He might be itching to be the highest paid player. He might be 13, 14, 15 million.
Well, then he's out of Colorado.
But they have Eric Johnson's money coming off the books next year, and that's $6 million. So if you cut the difference and say McKinnon gets the McDavid deal, the $6 million from Johnson that comes off the books next year just slides over to McKinnon, and you're good.
When's Taves' contract up?
Taves has 2 more seasons.
2 more seasons, yep, at 4.1.
What will be the maximum amount of money we can throw at Connor in 3 short years?
I don't know, because
we have 4 more seasons of Connor. We have 4 more seasons of Connor.
Is it 4 more? I thought it was only 3
We
more.
have 3 of Leon.
Yep.
Which he just really pains you that we just did not send him back to junior that year. They could have been on this. Anyways.
Yeah.
Earlier.
Also just shows that, again, to Jay's point, trade the first. Window's open. Let's go.
Yeah.
Bob Stauffer said in his show, the Oilers don't have a first this year at the draft. Then was like, and then all the guys got excited on Twitter.
Well,
and
can
like,
I give
we heard you.
My not so bold take on that is just that Ken Holland trades down for a second and a third or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, not so exciting take.
Yeah.
Blockbuster deals are afoot. That's what I heard.
I hope so, but I just
friend of mine works at a photography store in Montreal, and he said this one guy just keeps coming in over and over and over,
spilling the beans,
he's burning out his equipment.
Is good
because there's so many deals afoot. This guy keeps burning out his equipment.
JT Miller's going to get traded today. Alex DeBrincat's going to get traded tonight. Who else is going to?
Why wouldn't we try to go for JT Miller?
I don't think
he wants to play in the States. He won't sign in Canada.
Okay. Fuck you, JT
DeBrincat's someone the Oilers should be going after, but they're not.
Where's he going?
Because he's got 1 more year at what, 5? And then his QO is 9?
Yeah.
And the cap isn't going up for 3 years?
So I could see DeBrincat going to New Jersey, but I was listening, or obviously listening to the Daily Faceoff show today. And there is talk that, and Chris Peters and Frank Cervalli both said this on the show, there's talk that the Devils might like a defenseman at 2nd overall. And shout out to our friends at PointsBet Canada. But I'm looking at I'm looking at the books odds here. And Simon Nemec and David Yaremchuk are the top 2 defensemen. They're the only 2 D-men New Jersey would take if they take a D-man. Yeah. Yaremchuk is plus 500. Nemec is plus 2,000. He's 20-1. I don't know if I'm allowed to bet on the draft.
Second or first?
Second overall.
To be drafted 2nd overall, they have odds for 2nd overall.
Yeah.
Well, then why wouldn't they just trade down?
So they might, which is why I'm waiting. I don't know. I don't know if I'm allowed to bet on it if I'm covering the draft.
I can bet.
Who's going to stop you, Frank Cervalli?
I already made.
I guess, yeah. I guess I could. But if you wanted an interesting strategy, if it gets to like a little bit,
wow, Chalmers
just happened there.
Chalmers, stop whatever you're doing.
All right. Okay. Like if New Jersey's holding on to the pick and it's like 10 minutes till the draft, I think Nemec at 20-1 is like super intriguing, and hedge it with your check bet because you think they're taking a D-man. But there's also talk that Shane Wright could fall like to 4th or 5th.
Oh, I hope so.
That'd be interesting.
He's Bo Callahan. He's Bo Callahan.
No one
went to his birthday party. None of his teammates.
Another name that the Oilers should probably be looking at if he is indeed available. Scott Powers just tweeted that the Blackhawks are also shopping Kirby Dach.
I would do Kirby. I like
that. If they want a top 15 pick, though, to consider doing
that?
Well, you got to get in the mix, don't you? Top 15, sure, but that's what they're telling the media. What are they really? What's the line really going to be? What are they going to accept?
So Dylan and Bob McKenzie just followed that up with another Chicago report. The Hawks won't be qualifying Dylan Strome, and he's going to become a UFA on July 13th.
I would say
Connor, get on the phone.
Yeah.
So like he's a make work project. He still hasn't proven himself, but maybe Connor can whisper him. That's your chance.
Wasn't he pretty good last year?
He scored 20 goals in like 60 games.
I know, but but he's still like he can score, but he's not good.
22 goals in 69 games, 48 points. Nice.
Is he a lefty?
26 goal pace.
He shoots
lefty.
Left, yep. Plays center and left wing, but I don't know what the breakdown is.
6'3", 200 pounds. I'm in.
Dylan Strome is 6'3"?
Yeah.
6'3", 200 pounds.
Yeah, but I don't know if he's anything like his brother. He doesn't have a pulse.
I wonder what his brother said about Edmonton too.
Probably.
Oh, good things.
Oh, yeah, amazing things.
No. What outside of the departure, he would have loved it. Him and Connor were boys.
100%.
And Dylan and Connor are even more boys. But I think you got to try to go to Brinkat first.
Yeah, but if you don't bring back Kane and you allocate that $7 million to Giroux and Strome, you could argue you're a better team.
Yeah, but we're also losing Kassian. We need so then we have to. I know Kraus is big, but he's not mean. We need some meanness.
Would you rather
Maybe this
have
Raz
Puljujarvi and Kane or Strome and Giroux?
Strome and Giroux.
Strome and Giroux.
Strome and Giroux.
I don't like this. We got to put this Puljujarvi stuff to bed, man. Like
night.
people who are all
numbers
in
enough.
on the analytics side of Puljujarvi, they must not watch a single game. Like I love the kid, I love the Bison King, but if he's gonna
Love the Bison King.
if he's gonna stay here in Edmonton, he's gonna hold our feet to the fire, and we're gonna have to go to Arb and pay him $4 million. He is not a $4 million player.
We call it ARB now.
Call it Arb.
We're a
There's
big
no, there's no
Arby's.
time. There's no time.
Big.
Listen,
All right, guys.
Yaremchuk, I have a question.
Okay.
About the draft. A deep analytics question for you
Okay.
about a very off the grid pick. Did you see the photo I posted of Nail Yakupov's goatee and poofy hair?
Yes, very
What
interesting.
is the impact of that on the draft plans of the Oilers in your mind?
The Oilers are just going to try redraft him at 29th overall. They're going to walk up and be like, "Hey, we're very proud to select Nail
Redraft of
Yakupov."
Nail?
Yeah, they're just like, "We're
Nobody's
taking him
doing
again,"
that.
and everyone's like, "What?"
Nobody's
No.
doing that.
You're gonna have a Puljujarvi take. Go ahead, Tyler.
No, I think I've kind of said my piece on Puljujarvi. Like, I agree. It's best for all sides if we just split up,
Let it
go
go.
our separate ways. You know, we
He's
cry
not gonna
'cause
be
it's a tough
good here.
Breakup, but
Yesterday in his pre-draft press conference, Ken Holland said this could take all summer potentially for Puljujarvi. I hope it doesn't, just because I'm tired of talking about it.
But the
All
thing
right, I
is,
have a question
even when
if
the
that
deal
happens.
it's going to be like the Ethan Bear trade, where every time he scores next year, even if he only scores like 9 goals, there's people putting it on your timeline being like, "Oh,
I'm just gonna block everybody. I'll follow no one.
Jay, I have
I'm
a
an
question
army of
now.
one.
As a monarchist, if Puljujarvi leaves, do we bestow the term Bison King on a new Bison King, or does he the Bison King for life?
Well, here's the thing. Wherever he goes, are they going to care about the Bison King? Chances are not.
Chances are not.
He's the guy who's got the trademark on it.
I know. We'll have to coin it. We'll have to anoint someone. He's essentially abdicating by asking to leave.
He is abdicating. Okay, cool. Bison King stays, Puljujarvi leaves.
Yeah, I think that's
The
fair.
new Bison King. Someone's going to have to earn that shit, though.
Yeah, we're going
Yes.
to have to make some...
Who's the
trips
front
to
runner
Alabama.
for that?
We don't know yet.
New heroes. Dylan Holloway, probably.
It's just like the answer, you know? It shifts. It shifts.
It is. It's very fluid.
Yaremchuk, I had a dream earlier this summer that there was an Oiler called the Bishop.
yeah, you told us this."
Did you meet the Bishop out there? Is he being picked up, or was I seeing further into the future? Is there a guy, Eddie Bishop, slated to go in the 7th round, unheralded?
Maybe
No
it's because the
players
Pope
with-
is coming to town.
Could be.
Interesting.
All right. Okay, boys, I have an interview I'm doing for this site, so I got to jump off.
What
Who are you
kind of
talking
interview?
to?
Who are you talking to?
That's extreme.
I'm going to do a draft day Oilers Q&A with Chris Peters to get everyone pumped up and totally prepared for what the Oilers could do at 29th
Is-
overall.
is-
Tyler,
the
do us a
draft the
favor
hardest?
and lots of live documentation photos to social of you in the draft arena.
Okay, sounds good. I will do that. Maybe I'll throw out like an Instagram story and be like, I'm taking over the Insta, and then I'll like document my travels.
That'd be fun.
Are you betting on the draft?
I don't know if I can.
No.
Who's going to stop you? I don't understand this. If you can.
I feel like it's unprofessional. I don't know.
Who's regulating you? The IOOC?
Are you part of the PWHA yet?
No, I'm not.
Well, then, until you are.
Fucking Frank won't give me a vote. All right. Anyways, guys, I got a dart. See ya.
There it goes. Tyler Yaremchuk with a nice...
He's off to the photography store, I'm
Big
sure.
league off to the photography store.
What he
Tyler
said
Yaremchuk.
was he's doing an interview with Chris Peters, but what that actually means is he's going back to the photography store. We all know
He
it.
needs more supplies.
We all know
He
it.
means the strippers, doesn't he?
Yes, that's code word in Montreal for the strippers.
I would tell you the
Photography
craziest story about Montreal strippers, but we can't in 2022. These stories have to stay in our heads.
It is, by my count, 3:40 Eastern. Perfect time to get a little, pre-draft.
Oh, yeah. Draft starts
Breakfast
at
5 o'clock
buffet?
Mountain.
5 Mountain.
5 Mountain. Yeah, a little pre-draft lapper, maybe, Tyler?
The strippers in Montreal are extraordinarily upmarket. Some of them, like you have to wear a suit to be able to go in them.
Yeah, it's
I'll
So
lead with
they-
that.
They don't have the all-you-can-eat buffet like they do here? Or what?
No, there's food. There's ones that are restaurants and stuff, and like a lot of people go there for more like socializing than here, where it's just going to like gawk.
light up loonies.
And for the
Light up loonies.
No,
That's
don't
your
listen to
style.
Chalmers.
I do not.
You
It's
wild
the
animal.
worst thing ever. I never did it.
do not listen to Chalmers. Do enjoy chicken
There aren't
wings.
even strip clubs anymore, man. You drive around town, shit.
Yeah, it's a different time. It's a different time.
It is a different time.
You know?
Probably a better time
Well,
to a point.
I watched an interview with, so there's Birdman, there's his brother Slim, the founders of Cash Money Records, and there's a third brother. His name, I shit you not, is Gangster Williams. He's even more gangster than the other two. And he went to jail in like 1999 or something for 28 years. He's supposed to be in there for life and just got out. And interviewing this guy, he was like, I don't understand why everybody's on their phones all the time. He like went in this rant. He's like, everywhere I go, everyone's on their phones. He's like, I got dropped off at a bus station. I saw a lady on a box talking to someone's face. And he's like explaining FaceTime for the first time. It was very interesting.
Yeah, that's like a time capsule.
It was weird, man. It was really weird. His take on modern life. Like, it sucks.
Well, can't win them all, I suppose. You know?
Your brother is Birdman. He said he gets $350 a month in commissary, and he had it topped up every month he was in jail fully by Birdman.
I'm just thinking that maybe he hadn't played Candy Crush, you know? Then he would know why everybody's looking at their phones all the time.
Well, like I'm jealous because he gets his first interaction of playing Clash of Clans for the first time.
Oh,
and how
You build so
exhilarating,
much in the beginning.
so fast, so good, and then it's the long game, and then it's no more.
I don't like
interest
that
for
about those games when like you have a task to do, but it takes 6 days or whatever.
Or
to
you
complete.
pay money to make it go faster. That's
Yeah,
how they
but-
get you.
No,
That's how they get you.
It's genius.
it is, but I don't like it.
I rebuilt my clan about 6 months ago, and it wasn't fun at all.
Oh yeah.
It's weird. It's weird how it
There was a
so
time.
fun.
There was a time like when you
We live for it.
You get the notification that your troops are ready for battle. Oh,
What games
Let's
are
go.
you guys playing right now on your phone?
none,
Zero?
zero.
Nothing.
Nothing.
I play a game
Cool.
called It's like Tiki Solitaire. It's like Tri-Peak Solitaire. I don't know. It's really addictive.
I play this one called 1945 Air Force, which is just basically the old arcade game where you're.
Oh, that's a good game.
Yeah, it's great. And then there's another one that I play where you're a manager of an F1 team.
Oh,
And it's up to you to call them in to change tires and do.
the strategy.
Yeah, it's fun.
Speaking of F1, Liam,
Yes.
what did you think of the race on the weekend?
Very good race.
That was amazing.
In the motherland of all places.
Yeah. And right off the bat, that crash,
Oh,
that was nuts.
that stunk because Lewis did such a good move off the start
It
to
was
jump.
so
'cause
impressive.
Did he jump into second right away?
Third.
Third.
Yeah. And Max jumped into first and Sights, fell into second.
Yeah.
That was nuts.
It was almost bullshit. They had to redo the start just because they didn't make the first full lap.
There's the technicalities in F1 is fucking insane. But anyways, yeah.
There's so many little rules. Like, it kind of made sense, but it kind of didn't, because their argument was like half the guys couldn't even get around the first corner because of the collision.
Yeah.
So it was hard to see who was where and all that stuff. But
Who collided?
Everybody.
Oh.
yeah, the one guy, I think it was Gasly, started it, right?
Yeah.
Latifi made, of all people,
He made a power move too.
who was starting in 10th, made a power move right between two cars. And then Gasly saw that window was still open, even though it's closing.
Yeah.
And so, sure as shit, it closes. George obviously pleads like, oh, I didn't see him. Of course, he fucking saw him.
So do you think it was Russell's fault, the crash, or Gasly's fault for hitting the gap?
I thought it was Gasly's fault.
Yeah,
That move wasn't bad.
it's both because
I
they're
thought it was
both
Russell.
Well, Russell and who's the
Yeah.
guy beside him? Bottas? No.
No, it was Zoo, the one who ended up.
Oh,
in
Zoo,
the,
yeah.
in the
They're the
barriers.
ones that let that gap happen.
Yes.
So they're dumb for that. And then Latifi got that, and then it moves so fast. George reacts to try to plug it off, even though Gasly makes the attempt. Did
you see
of
that
course
crash,
you got to
Chalmers?
block that guy. You got to be defensive.
Yeah.
George has to.
Have to.
Gasly, man, he tried to shoot his shot. Like, it's tough to think who's to blame there.
Did you see the crash,
George.
Chalmers, for Zhu Guanyu?
No, I haven't seen it.
I'm gonna throw it in the group text again. So you
Throw
can
it on the
actually see
social,
it.
bro.
I can do that too. First of all, it's amazing how much speed they get right off the start line.
Yeah.
Because he slid hundreds of feet into the wall upside down.
Hot.
Did you see what made him flip? Like just the little
penny
Just
on the
a little
track?
bit.
rivet in the road. Like it was basically just like probably not even as thick as his table.
Yeah.
And it sent him spinning in the air. It was nuts.
Absolutely nuts.
Yeah.
And he just walked away and posted a nice little selfie afterwards.
Yeah, the fact
Bananas.
that Albon was like
More banged
all
up.
banged up, and he didn't do any flips. He just got
Yeah.
hit. It was like a little bumper cars for him, I guess.
But this is my inaugural F1 fandom season. That was easily the most entertaining.
That was the
race
best
that I've
weekend.
seen.
That was the best. Yeah. And it's just that, like, the last 10 laps were so exciting. Now, I know we're repeating
And the
ourselves from last
announcing,
podcast,
too.
but.
The
Yeah,
announcing.
Oh, they
too,
get
in F1 is
when there's
fantastic.
action. Those guys do a great job when there's action. Who's like? Do you watch the lead up to the race?
Yeah.
And then that guy that just walks in the pits and just gets in everyone's
It's
face.
the most unorganized thing that I've ever seen.
he just goes
wanders.
right up to Tom Cruise, like, "Hey, Tom, blah." And like, meanwhile, the lady's like get out of here.
Get
And he's
out
like,
of here. Tom
"Oh,
doesn't
whatever,
wanna see you."
Tom. We love racing."
Oh, there was the one when they were in Miami. So his name is Martin Brundle.
Oh yeah, Miami. He just made an ass of himself.
And he's like walking through this crowd, and he's like, "Oh, it's Patrick Mahomes," and it was Pablo something, and he just went first.
Oh,
overall
first overall from the
in
NBA draft.
NBA draft, and he's like, "No, I'm not Patrick Mahomes."
I think he went up to two people and wrongly.
Oh, really?
And he went up to that like Italian guy, that old like silver hair Italian guy, Giovanni.
I don't.
Oh, the DJ guy? on
Yeah,
social
he went
media?
up to him and he's just like,
He has a show.
Yeah, oh yeah. He goes like, "Who are you?" And the guy's like upset that he said that. He's like, "You, who are you? You must be famous." Like that's like his approach.
It's so weird and disorganized. He just wanders pit road.
That's awesome.
It is fun, but it's just like, what's happening right now? He's like, I'm going to go see if I can get in there. Oh, they don't want to talk to me over here. So I'm gonna wander
But
over
it's kind of like, but now I kind of like it. It's like part of the experience.
Yeah,
It is.
He used to be able to talk to the drivers when they were in the car.
Yeah.
So I can't remember who. It might have been Fernando Alonso, and he like went up to him, and one guy was like, "No, you can't talk to him right now." He's like, "I'm allowed to be here." Was like standing his ground. It's like, man, they're just about to race, and you're gonna shove a mic in his.
He doesn't give a shit.
I love
Doesn't
it.
care.
Also, since we're talking about it, do you see Max Verstappen will be reappearing in Drive to Survive in season 5?
Oh, they've mended the fence.
They
Or
have.
Did
mended
you
the-
see the piece of AlphaTauri that was in his car?
Yeah,
the
wild.
whole time. No wonder he was so slow.
Unbelievable.
It's a drive in AlphaTauri.
Yeah, there was a bet gone bad for me.
That's a good F1 joke right there, folks.
Since we're talking about cars, it is the perfect time to shout out our friends at Alfa Romeo of Edmonton.
Well done.
Thank you very much.
Who, G1? Zoo?
Zoo. I don't know.
Yeah,
That's-
he races AlphaTauri. He races Alfa Romeo. Carry on, sorry.
They are a luxury car partner here at the nation. Go check them out. Alfa Romeo of Edmonton.
Also, one of the greatest teammate drivers of all time, Valtteri Bottas, races for Alfa Romeo.
He is the greatest teammate of all time. Agreed. Chalmers,
Yep.
it's draft day. Do you care about any of this shit?
Not a bit.
What do you want to talk about,
No.
pal? We haven't had you on the podcast so long. I want to know what you want to talk about.
Yeah,
Tyler's
man, what's
Tyler's
up?
not here to put us back on the rails. I'm in control today.
Yeah, I mean, I like what is there to talk about? What's
Did you see
going on
Nicki
in the world?
Minaj's husband got house arrest?
No.
Oh.
No, I did not. I don't know. I'm probably not that good about like on public or like hot topics right now because I have been with my head in the sand. So throw stuff out to me and I'll give a take.
Chalmers, what are
Let's
you
go.
doing? Why are you so busy? What are you building? The fucking Pentagon? What's going on? Why are you so busy in your life? What's going on? Talk to us. Why are you
world
so
has
busy you
changed-
can never come on the show?
The world has changed in the past couple years, and
What happened?
well, construction has become very difficult.
Mm-hmm.
The demand for it is very high right now.
Mm-hmm.
And the supply of materials, the price of materials, the supply of labor is making life difficult. If you've ever seen Boondock Saints, it's taking the fun out of the job.
Out of the jump.
And it's just a grind, man. I'm telling you, like, I've just never been in a position where I've had to work this hard to get stuff done. And just, I think everybody sees it. You go to a restaurant, you're not getting the best service these days. The labor force, people are exhausted. The past 2 years has been, I don't want to bring shit down, but like, it's taking my time from being able to watch shows like The Boys, and I finished Ozarks finally. And I wish I could have a better balance, and I wish I could care about the draft. I'm not golfing as much, and it's just not putting me in the best position to be able to sit here and provide the type of material that I would like to, frankly.
Will
And
you
so-
have time
Yes.
for Big Brother this summer?
Yes. So first episode was last night, right?
Don't tell me what I haven't watched yet. I got to record
No,
it.
I haven't watched it either.
To be honest, I'm not that excited for it, but I'm going to give it a go. This is good. This is the make or
Why are
break
you
season.
excited? Because everything's gray because we're at this thing.
No, it's just last season was boring.
Yeah, it
Well,
was
yeah,
boring.
last
season was boring.
Well, because they had that big group that just took everyone out. It didn't get
Yeah.
interesting until the last 4
There was
5
no
weeks.
drama. I want drama.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Anyways.
but that's why it's exciting to get back into it because, like, you never know what this season's going to hold, right? And
Well,
I
Big Brother
watched the
knows
video of the
it's
cast.
been getting boring, so they're going to try to fix it, I assume.
Yeah, you would assume so. I mean, so I do like stuff like Big Brother because there are always timestamps on where you are in the year, right? Like, you know that it's the latter parts of summer, unfortunately, when Big Brother starts, and it's exciting. It gives me
Dovetails
some-
well into the NHL season, Big Brother. Like Big Brother ends and the season starts like the next week.
That's why
It does.
I always look forward to Big Brother because it's like the gateway into the next NHL season.
See, Big Brother is really about Edmonton Oilers hockey.
Exactly right.
What's the twist?
You know, the other thing I've got to
Yeah,
say is
nothing.
one of the pleasures of my life right now is kind of getting off of work and going to my son's baseball and watching my son and how much he's falling asleep with the iPad on regularly watching Blue Jays games. Watching how much he's into the Blue Jays right now. It's a cool team. It's an exciting team. It's a fun team. Like I'm very into the Blue Jays right now. And you guys are going away pretty soon, aren't you?
You should come with us on
Come with
our
us.
nation
Bring the
vacation
kids.
to Toronto, August 12th to 15th.
Bring the kids.
Yeah.
You could.
Yeah, seriously.
All the details are up at nationgear.ca. Check it out.
And when is that again?
August 12th to the 15th. So you get
It's one
two
it's
Jays
one of
games
those
and a
things.
soccer game.
That's a busy week because we got the nation tournament right after that when you guys get home.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, there's a lot of exciting stuff coming up in the next month and a half. And you know what? There's an old saying, you can't see the forest through the trees. Well, I am getting there because as my dad would say, another old saying, and I fucking love old sayings. The only way you can peel a bag of potatoes is one at a time, and I've been peeling. And so, you know what? Things are looking up. I was able to sit on here today. That's why I kind of wish I had more time to talk with Tyler about the draft because I watched maybe a 2-minute, draft special, one of those just little snippets on Sportsnet the other day, and there's some good players up in the top 5, right? Like they kind of showed all of them, and I'm excited to see what the Oilers are doing. Now I know they're late in the draft and, we might trade it. I rely on you guys to tell me what I should be excited about when it comes to draft time.
I'll tell
So
you what you should be-
what
yes.
am I excited about?
I'll tell you what you should be excited about. That today the Oilers announced for real that they're bringing back the blue and oranges for next year. I'm excited about that. That is
I
the-
posted
that-
a photo. Neil Yakupov has puffy hair and a mustache.
Hey,
be
was
excited
that,
about that.
photo of the jersey with the oil drop, the McFarlane oil drop? Was that fake news or is that
That's potential.
Mock-up.
No, that's a potential third jersey.
yeah. So
The
according
white
to
one?
Yeah, so according to Tom Gazzola, they're going to be looping those ones in, but it's going to have a twist on the colors. There's going to be some orange in there.
Oh, yeah, there
white
was-
like that?
No, there was a bunch more orange in there, like more of an outlining of orange in a lot of places.
Yeah, so we'll see. Yes, but there's
see what
some
happens.
iteration of it coming. I'm gonna get with the royal blue. Whoever one of the new toys we pick up this off season
That's
is
going to be
who
the approach.
is who I'm getting.
Really?
Yeah, I just don't know which one. They got to. If it's chicken. I'll even if it's Hellebuck, I will buy my first fucking goalie jersey of my life if we get Ken
If you
Hellebuck.
look back as a life, like if you look back at your closet as an old man, you had like 20 Oilers jerseys in there, and they were all the player of the era and the jersey of that era. So it all lined up.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think you would regret that at the end of your days.
I don't think so.
Well, right now I've got Letestu in there. I've got Jujar.
That's a gooder though. Like it's a
Jujar
good jersey.
Kara.
still.
Well, that jersey
Yeah.
meant a lot because it was purchased because of good emotions that guy provided being an Oilers
The
fan.
Juge too.
Jujar, yeah. So now I'm interested to see who we bring on because I'm excited to get their jersey.
Especially
goalie
if
jersey.
Maybe if it's Hellebuck, it has to be like a legit goalie.
Again, if you missed the Tuesday episode or Monday episode of Real Life, we are starting the Hellebuck to Edmonton rumors.
No, we're just amplifying.
manifesting.
We're
confirming.
amplifying. Yeah,
We're manifesting.
JR, do you buy a new jersey at the start of every season?
it's kind of getting like that. Yeah.
That's gangster.
I probably have
10-year-old you is
8
thrilled
or
to
9
hear how
jerseys.
life turned out.
Oh yeah. My first jersey I actually bought was a Nuge jersey in his draft year. So that'd have been 2011.
Yeah.
So I think I've built up a 9 jersey catalog since then.
God damn.
I'm just excited they're going back to the Blues.
When you go to order one, JR, I would like to order one with you.
Okay.
And I'm gonna pick them.
What are you going to
You want Kevin McClelland?
You get one of the new toys. Or you're gonna go with
I think
Connor,
a
Leon.
blue and orange Zach Hyman would be sweet.
Yeah, 100%.
I don't know. It'll depend who the new toys are.
Yeah, I need to.
That's true. We do like new toys.
So
It's
like
like, what
Chalmers,
do you do?
the
You
rumblings are Claude Giroux has interest in coming to Edmonton.
Yes.
I would
That's
not
why
be
we all
getting a
tag him
Claude
on
Giroux jersey.
Insta.
Yeah, it's very funny. If you missed it, Oilers fans have been tagging "Come to Edmonton" all over his Instagram.
Yeah. Sorry, what did you say,
yeah.
Chalmers? You don't like Claude Giroux?
Well, no, I just wouldn't get that jersey knowing he's at
Yeah.
the tail end of his career and might only be
agreed.
here for like a year.
No,
Right?
no, and that's
Duncan
fine.
Keith.
But like, we're gonna do like, if Keith retires, like, we're gonna go and get like 3 to 4 new pieces because we're gonna get Kassian out, Barrie out, Duncan Keith, Mike Smith.
Whew, it's a whole new squad.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Should that be knowing that there's that many pieces and holes to fill? Is that exciting for somebody like me, or is that like should we be worried?
No, it's
All
exciting.
new
It's exciting.
storylines, new memes.
We made it to the conference final. I guess it depends on what they do, but is
It's a chance
the
to
grass going to be greener?
Well,
They got
it's a-
99, they got 97, or 29, they got 97.
It's a chance to now, like, when we got to the conference finals, we now, we saw what the Stanley Cup winning team looked like. So now we know where our gaps are and what we need to address.
I think it's Kool-Aid season, Chalmers. It's
Oh, but
always
it's
time
the
to get
best.
the Kool-Aid going down.
Chalmers.
Anyone we'd get, I'm going to be so excited for.
They're the best.
And also, there's just rumblings. And we're just cruising Twitter as we're recording here that the Flames could potentially lose both Gaudreau and Tkachuk this summer.
Yeah. We should get Tkachuk. Where does he want to go?
If they lose both, they're going to, granted, they're going to have a shit ton of money to go and make some moves. Like
Future Flame.
They would
Evander
be
Kane.
well. That's the thing. They
Probably.
probably throw it at Kane.
Yep.
They probably do whatever it takes to get like a DeBrincat.
Losing a player isn't what it used to be. Like before you'd lose a player, you're like, well, now we're just not that good. Now it's like, well, now we have money to spend on somebody else who's that good.
It would hurt, though, if you're Calgary to lose 200-point players in an offseason.
Why does Tkachuk want to leave? Has he come to his senses?
Well, so
He's going to Ottawa or St. Louis.
So the rumblings are that
both Tkachuks.
if Gaudreau doesn't sign in Calgary, it may impact Matthew Tkachuk's.
Yeah, Zadarov's also gone. There's also rumors Zadarov going to St. Louis.
Oh my God. If he goes to Ottawa, I may buy an Ottawa hat.
Well,
Nothing more.
It was a thing of Tarasenko for Tkachuk. That was the rumor, right?
Both
Yeah,
Tkachuks, the
St. Louis.
Sedines.
You know what? If both Tkachuks were on the same team, that is a very annoying
That's
line to play.
so
Oh
sick.
man,
That is the most
and they would
annoying
just
team
feed
I've
off
ever
each
seen.
other. Imagine
Not
them
Oilers.
just leveling each up. Who can be more annoying in a game?
God.
It'd be a nightmare.
Ottawa's going to be exciting here.
They probably fight each other on the bench. They've like never been in the same team in life. They've always been opponents.
Yep. So there you go. Pacific Division's got some news happening. What else you want to know, Chalmers?
Did I hear that we had a final bid on the group for the Oilers Nation Golf Tournament
Buddy.
to play with us at Cattail Crossing?
Insane.
And
Oh yeah,
actually, you got to
what did
give.
we do?
So it ended up at what? $1,300.
$1,300.
What?
Yeah.
That's
And
awesome.
also, I got to give Tyler some love because he managed to Frankenstein 2 teams together after the podcast on Monday.
Yeah.
Where there's a bunch of just singles coming together to unite as a mosaic of teams.
You have to kiss
That's
the
a-
winner, Chalmers. It's part of the contract.
That is true.
Okay, done.
So that's yeah. Chalmers not afraid to kiss another man.
I'm not afraid to kiss another man.
so
after
don't worry.
After a couple cocktails, you know.
Yeah, no. So yeah, that's great. We put out the call to action, and then Tyler, people reached out to Yaremchuk. So I think we got 2 teams. So 8 people got together, which is fantastic.
I love it.
And then
Well,
we've got
whoever won our bid, we're gonna make sure that is one hell of a day. For you.
I think Ryan Denis.
I think so, yeah.
I think that's the name. Yeah. So looking
He's a
forward.
good man.
Yeah, looking forward to spending the day with you.
If I'm not mistaken, though, Chalmers, I think the winner is going to be control of your music for the day.
They are DJ. That was one of the requests.
Done. Fine by me.
Put some requests.
And they get to drive the Oilers Nation golf cart, which is more than okay.
It's a fair deal.
Okay, but listen, the only stipulation is I drive a cart. I don't play golf with people when I don't drive a cart.
Yeah, so you drive our cart.
Yep, sounds good.
Ryan and his guests can roll in the Nation cart, be in control of the music, and then we're going to three-man the other cart.
It all makes sense. It's coming together.
That you drive. It's all going to be good. So other exciting things that are coming, Chalmers, if you'll finally fucking come and attend a trip, is we do have the Blue Jays Nation trip. We still have some spots available. I think we have another 10 or 12 days to get some more people come and join us. We're very excited for that. But the NHL released the schedule yesterday. I was going to say last night.
Yes, they did. They did.
That's then immediately that happened. Within 3 seconds, Bag Milk and I are sitting on the laptop planning out Nation vacations for next season.
Not a great schedule for vacations, though.
It is always a fucking grind because we need to plan it for sending Oilers fans on the road and also bringing Oilers fans to Edmonton. So we reached out to our friends in Germany. I'm talking to my friends in Finland right now, and we're working on the dates for those. So I think we solidified the German dates. Germans are coming in late March with a crew of 35 to 50. They're working on the numbers right now.
Damn.
Yeah, so working on the package there. I'm chatting with our boy Larvinen. Big deal Larvinen. And he's game. So we're just working on the dates. They be coming early.
He's a member of parliament now?
Oh, he's not far off. He would be. I was telling you.
He wears the wig and the glasses.
So we were in Hammerlina watching a Liga game. And he is just Jonas, not Larvinen at this point. So he's not dressed up. We're just there enjoying a game. And they notice that he's there, so the in-game announcer goes up to him and starts talking to him on what I didn't know. So he starts pointing in the box and like just saying a bunch of shit, and the whole building is laughing. And I'm like, what? What just happened? He's like, oh, well, like Larvinen, like the Finnish national team coach is in attendance up in that box, and Larvinen was just making fun of him.
What?
And had the whole building going. So, anyways,
does Larvinen do a podcast?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He's got it's called like Yengiviti or something like that.
Is it like huge or what?
Oh yeah, him and Ate, who will probably also be coming to Edmonton because they're two peas in a pod on the podcast. Will be coming to host a trip, and we're going to be bringing the Finns early October. And then the dates for us, and this is something I want to talk about. I know Electronic Jordan was so nice to look at the dates with football games. The reality with that, and I want to talk about, is that it like. That really changes the economics of a trip. Like I think we could do a trip to a destination that has football, and then let people who want to go to the like if they want to do it. But like if we were to bundle all that up together with a trip, it'd make it kind of expensive. So I'd want to make that as like something that people can do while they're on a trip.
Yeah.
But anyways, some dates that we're circling on: bus trip to Calgary, October 28th. For the, I think, only BOA
What's up with
Calgary.
3 games?
There's only
Who
3
the hell
games
has
against
the
Calgary.
power
and
to do
Vancouver.
that?
It's so weird. And then
What the hell?
So the Oilers go to Calgary twice. They only come here once.
Yeah.
And then in Vancouver, I think it's the reverse, where they come here twice and we go there once.
Yeah, it's really.
Remember the good old days when all we played was Calgary and Winnipeg the whole season long?
So anyway,
like
we get it over and done with in October. That's fine. January 14th, Saturday night in Vegas. Oilers also play the night before, so we can host a watch party again. So I think Chalmers, for the love of God, come on this Vegas trip, Jan 13th to 15th.
I can already see
I'll be there.
I can already
I'll
see
be there.
us
Just
boogieing on
chalk it up.
Fremont
I'll
Street.
be there.
Now, the debate now is on the other trip we want to try to do, and that would be because the schedule is so bad. Like Nashville plays on Tuesday, December 13th. Sorry, Edmonton plays in Nashville this Tuesday, December 13th. And then again on December 19th on a Monday. So like, and also like the flights the direct flights don't fly daily. So you have to go for like 4 days. So that might make it a little bit more difficult. So I don't know if a Nashville trip is a possibility. The other thing I want to kind of chat about is, I can't remember if it's in late February, early March, but the Oilers play in Ottawa on a Saturday at 12:30.
The Tkachuk brothers?
Against the Tkachuk brothers at 12:30 noon, and then they play in Montreal the Sunday at 12:30 noon. Do you think it'd be a cool trip to fly to Ottawa Friday night, have a good time, get up, have a power breakfast, go cheer on the Oil, then hop on a train go to Montreal, have a fun night in Montreal, go to the game the next day at noon, and then either leave that night or leave the following day.
That sounds amazing to me.
That's
It does sound
unbelievable.
pretty good.
Who the
but
hell
you
takes
leave-
a train to Montreal? You're living a good life.
Oh,
Yeah,
it'd be
nobody's
great.
leaving that night. You got to leave the next day.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
You
so
ever been
too.
drunk on a French train, Chalmers? The train is the party.
So
what
you
I'm
do
thinking.
two. So you do 2 nights in Montreal and 1 night in Ottawa.
That sounds
So
amazing.
thinking about that, and then
Nation's capital.
but like look at the schedule. It is so brutal, and because you also have to think about like we're trying to go to destinations that we have the best shot of flying direct to, because anytime you got to connect, it's a pain in the ass.
Yeah.
But you do it if it makes sense. But you know, I'm open idea. There's a game in Florida. They play the Panthers on a Saturday or something too.
Those are never easy flights.
But if I don't know if there's a direct. There might be a direct flight there. Like that's direct flights change the game.
Yeah.
So that's kind of the update on Nation Vacation. But I'm excited. I'm excited that we're working on the Finns. I'm very close to getting Larvin to say yes. Germans are all in. That's exciting. They're going to come for like 11 days.
Wow.
So they're going to come to watch. I think it ends up being 4 games. One of the happens to be a road game, and it happens to be a Saturday road game where the game's at like 2 against Seattle. So we're going to throw a Nation like afternoon brunch party.
You got to get them in front of Draisaitl, and then you pretend to be German. You're Uder Downton, and you're happy to meet him too.
Definitely. I'll be putting my lederhosen on and
Alvidasen, Leon.
offer him a delicious sausage.
Oh,
Yeah, you will.
Now I know with the only reason I said I know with the whole Montreal motif, that sounds fucking perverted.
You're gonna offer Leon your delicious sausage as a fake German.
The
when you see
reason
him.
why I say this, the first, so Wanye and I go to Europe. We land. So our first touch point in Europe is we land in Frankfurt.
airport.
So we could land in Frankfurt at like 10 in the morning, waiting for a connecting flight to. I think we're going to Madrid because your sister.
We've never been anywhere.
Or sorry,
so we're
Barcelona.
all eyeballs taking in Europe,
Yeah.
which is to us one airport.
So we're like, let's go get a beer. So we go to like this like kiosk that sells beer. So we get 2 bottles of Beck's, staying on German brand, and they try to upsell me like, oh, would you like a delicious sausage with that? And I'm like, I must be in Europe because I came to order a beer and I got upsold a sausage.
And Jay like put his hands on the counter and like leaned forward and stared at her. Was like, "That's interesting. You said delicious."
It's like in Snatch, where if you buy a caravan, you get a dog. Anywhere in Germany, anything you buy, you get a sausage with it.
Yeah,
It's a good deal.
I obliged.
Yeah.
I was so mind blown in that airport because I'd never been to Europe before.
Oh yeah.
I was like, this is unfathomable that I find myself on the other side of the ocean.
Yeah, it's wild. It's the best.
Remember, Chalmers, when you went to Europe because you were like spazzing or something, and then I had to pick you up, and then we went to the Stampede?
Because I was spazzing. Yeah, no, I went there to
You
meet
did.
my future wife.
Yeah.
Oh, pfft, that's how you look back at it through the mists of time.
He went
At the time,
there
you
to
were like,
be romantic.
yeah, you were like,
I went
oh,
to
no
go be
way you're going to
romantic.
Europe and meeting all these Euro dudes, and you flew over there in a huff.
You goddamn right.
There was some photography in Europe to be had.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
was a
Tyler
good
knows a
trip.
good shop to go to if you need anything.
Yeah. If you need any help.
That's weird. Good for Yaremchuk, though. I saw him doing that video with Frank. He's there. He's doing it big.
Yeah, no.
Everything's
He is a content master. It's great.
Truly, he is.
Check out his stuff, Oilersnation.com. He just had his draft diaries article go up while we were recording this podcast.
Look at him. Just crushing
Did you
out
guys-
articles.
Did you guys like how he threw out that Kyle Bukauskas knew who he was and was
That's
a fan
pretty
of his?
gangster, though.
Tyler is turning.
He's our Kyle Bukauskas.
But he comes by it honest. He's saying it humbly. He's not like, yo, hey, like Kyle knows me.
I've gone out with Tyler enough.
I'm gangster
over the
Williams.
last 6, 8 weeks, 2 months. He's living my nightmare. There's just too many people that
Yeah,
know who
no.
he is.
But he likes it. But
He
he's
loves
not.
it.
But
He's
it,
built
but,
for this shit.
but it doesn't give him an ego. Is the thing I like.
Wow.
Like
I think he already had the
But
ego.
Divas know how
he's
to
got
sing.
it. No, but you need confidence in this industry.
He's big
but
league.
it's,
When he
it's
talks,
not.
he sounds like an authority. It's
but
good. It's not a bad thing.
It's not obnoxious though. It's like it's that's a tool that you need, but it's not something that he throws in your face, which I
You
respect.
should grow a mustache.
He should grow a mustache.
His dad has a mustache, so
does.
yes,
It's the play.
He's got the genes.
I think that
He would
it
look so different. He looks so young right now.
How much money could we raise for Tyler to do the whole Oilers season with a mustache?
There we go.
Oh, God.
Now we're talking about drafts.
If it was me, I'd need like a good 5G to charity for that.
Get Playmaker to order him to grow one.
I think we
you're
can
too
do
young
it.
for the demo. We can't take you seriously. You have a baby face.
I think we can do it.
We've been talking about the Senators a lot today. According to Daily Faceoff's Frank Saravalli, the Senators are about to acquire Alex DeBrincat.
Oh, Matthew Tkachuk could come here.
Whoa, what are they giving up?
Nothing yet.
Oh, it just tweeted Blackhawks are getting the 7th and the 39th overall pick from Ottawa.
7th and 39th. And that's it?
That's it.
Well, 40. That's fine.
More, but that's
You're getting a known quantity who can score 40 goals. That is
For a 7th overall pick
Sorry,
and
there
a
should be more.
39th pick.
Sorry, there should be more.
Yeah,
Yeah. Sorry.
Has to be.
I was thinking that's it on the wrong side there.
I bet Jacob Bernard
You want
is in it.
You want to know what makes me happy, Liam?
Josh Sanderson is in it.
You think he'll be one? It'll be Sanderson. No, I
Pinto.
think Bernard Docker will be one too. It'll be one of those two.
Pinto.
Shane Pinto, maybe.
Pinto Ron.
They have a lot of players.
Pinto Ron. I love Pinto Ron.
I know. I wish we saw Pinto Ron. We got to go see Pinto Ron.
Yeah, Elliot Friedman saying those picks are part of the return.
Yeah, I would assume.
Wow. Okay, Ottawa's making moves, and now they're going to get Tkachuk, and then they just got to figure out their goaltender. They got to get rid of Matt Murray.
We're going to get Tkachuk.
Ottawa's
right now,
coming.
I could tweet.
Ottawa's coming.
Twitter open.
I wonder if Matt Murray is in the deal because there was talks about him this morning to go into the Blackhawks too. So I wonder if that's kind of a bit of money in it.
So there must be a prospect.
Full trade out from Frank Saravalli just now. To Chicago, a 7th overall pick, 39th overall pick, and a 2024 third round pick. Come on, for Alex DeBrincat?
That's it?
How is that it?
Why couldn't we have done that? We could have done that in some way, shape, or form. Not a 39th this year, but
I don't understand. Like, why are it drives me crazy when other teams do good stuff and we don't get to have anything fun.
I'm going to tweet right now as Oilers Nation, hearing from Frank Saravalli, Tkachuk considering coming to Edmonton.
Yeah, why not? Frank would love
Why not, man?
Both-
Fuck it. Let's
both-
make some fan fiction. Like when Batman Superman
Both
kiss.
Kachucks. Would you want both Kachucks here?
No, just
Yes.
Matthew.
oh, I love Brady.
I do too, but
If I
it's
had
just
to choose
one
a
Sedin at a
Tkachuk, I would
time
choose
here.
Brady.
Yeah, I would choose Brady.
I'd rather
too.
one than none.
I know that Brady is willing to triple fist when he's not playing, and that's important to me.
He's a man of the people.
He is.
He is a man of the people. He's a leader.
I love it. Ottawa's lucky to have him.
He will
But
be.
we can get Matthew right now because Calgary's got everybody. All the rats are fleeing.
We don't want we don't want Matthew. Matthew, no.
They're all fleeing.
You don't want Matthew. If there's one thing we expose Matthew Tkachuk in the playoffs is that if we bring speed to the game, he cannot compete.
He would be a fan favorite if he played here.
Oh, of course.
Man, that is a wild
But
deal.
$10 million for him, we can't afford a
10
Matthew.
million.
Brady's already locked in for 8, but they're not giving away Brady Tkachuk.
Rent is too damn high.
So So what do they need
The
to
rent
do?
is too
They're gonna.
high.
Silly season is here.
Ottawa's making the playoffs next year.
Silly season is here.
Columbus got more for Seth Jones.
Man, now that Melnick's daughters are in charge, they're way more aggressive.
Yeah.
Wow. Draft is coming up tonight. So I'm going to encourage you to fuel up with our friends at Oodle Noodle.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're thinking Oodle Noodle while you're on your couch, why not use DoorDash? Promo code RealLifePodDD. That'll get you a little discount on your first order and free delivery. Just download the DoorDash app.
Liam, hit us.
Yeah, live one, please.
Ding dong.
Ding dong.
Hey.
There we go.
He charges $20 in Cameo for one of those.
Can you do it in harmony at a higher key with your own voice saying ding dong?
I don't know if I'm that talented.
Ding dong.
That's
Liam.
good content.
Any final thoughts before we wrap this up?
Just make some moves.
Yeah, I agree.
Window, time, now, open.
If
3
that's
years.
the trade market for Alex DeBrincat,
Connor
Ken.
Hellebuck.
come on, man.
Yeah, we can get Connor Hellebuck for that. That's fair. Let's go.
What about Kirby Doc now?
We weren't. Now we should go for. The thing is with DeBrincat is in the long term we wouldn't be able to afford him. So
Agreed.
So it'd be a short term thing. Kirby Doc is someone we could get right now and extend right now for a good deal.
And he's from Fort Saskatchewan.
Fort Sasky boy
It all makes sense.
throws the body.
It all makes sense.
Played for Saskatoon.
Boys, anything else?
I want to see some big deals tonight. That's like
too.
you guys are talking. You guys are throwing around some names. If the Oilers have a boring night tonight,
What's that, Chalmers?
It's not
You
gonna
think
be-
Connor Hellebuck's coming to the Oilers?
Connor
Yes.
Hellebuck's coming to the Oilers?
yep,
Wow.
we got it. It's as good as
You know,
done.
it'd be a
That's
dream
our-
summer.
Connor.
What was that?
Sources have been telling me.
To Connor.
So if Connor Hellebuyck, this would be my dream summer because now I'm going to merge Blue Jays in here. If we can get Connor Hellebuyck and the Blue Jays can get Shohei Ohtani, because I don't know if you watched what Shohei Ohtani did yesterday, but it was fucking
God, it was unbelievable.
insane.
He's a freak.
That guy is such a. They were showing all his accomplishments, but it's his batting. Obviously, we know is tremendous. He is such a good goddamn pitcher.
It's like if Connor McDavid went out and started ripping things up and then played net every now and then.
101 mile per hour fastball.
The movement, the movement that guy, his breaking ball is insane. Insane. He is. Man.
It's funny when guys swing and miss and look at him. And they're just like, what the fuck am I supposed to do here? Like, I can't do anything against this guy.
And I would also love the Jays to get Ohtani so that we were Ohtani boys before it was cool. You know?
Shohei Ohtani, with his looks and the way he plays, could be the biggest global superstar with the fact that, like, of how good he is, where he's from, where he's playing.
Bigger than John Cena?
He should be an Oiler.
He should be an
Oiler.
I'd like to see more interleague trades. You know?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Do you?
Yeah, I think so. Like
John Cena's so cool, Chalmers. I have a poster of him on my room.
How do you see it?
Do you actually think he's cool?
Yeah, he's so cool. John Cena?
No, I don't know. I've heard a couple interviews. I'm still down on him.
He's the new Rock.
He ain't no Rock. Give me a break. The Rock has charisma. John Cena doesn't ooze it.
John Cena's the best.
Oh, yeah, right.
I'm a big John Cena fan. We'll talk about him more next week, maybe.
To bring Cat to Ottawa.
And that trade is just so little to me.
I
For a
can't
guy who
believe
just scored 40 goals.
No players involved. The Ottawa is known for how many prospects they have. And everyone's saying how
They've
Blackhawks-
protected that.
Yeah. And
Their window now in 2 years, Ottawa is like legit.
Yeah. And they're in a tough division, but
They're going to be better than the Leafs in 1 year.
so their first line this year will be DeBrincat, Josh Norris, and Brady Tkachuk.
Yeah, and then you got
pretty good.
Batherson on the second line.
And then you have Shabbat on D.
Hot Sam Bacho.
I don't know what that means.
That's what they call me down in Puerto
There's,
Rico.
if anyone follows Sen's Twitter, there's that like Brian 5 or 6 guy.
Yeah,
He's funny.
He's very funny.
So what is it when so Thomas Shabbat, if you take all the letters, spells Hot Sam Bacho. What's that called? So he created a movement. He's got a song called Hot Sam Bacho. That is
A song?
Yeah, he's got a song. Find it, play it.
That reminds me of our album.
Yeah, find Hot Sam Bacho. Like it's brilliant. It's brilliant. Like who could be our Hot Sam Bacho? Such a good name. I'd get a Bacho jersey.
Hot Sam Bacho.
Kulak. What's Kulak's first name again?
Brent or Brent? Brett.
Tito.
We should get Brent Burns.
I don't think you want that contract.
But there's got to be some kind of maneuvering there. What is he, 8 million?
Noted Kit Kat salesman.
He would increase our beard per 60 significantly.
This one?
No, song. Go Hot Sam Bacho song.
Hot Sam.
He performs it on an acoustic guitar in front of a crowd.
He sings it?
Oh, yeah.
Wow, I guess a triple threat.
Yeah, try to check it out. Can we hear that up here?
That's not the one. No, go into YouTube. Why are you just searching this on Twitter? What are you, fucking...
I Googled it.
Don't yell at Liam like that.
Oh, jeez. He's operating this internet machine like a boomer right now.
We would yell at Liam all the time. I was just trying to kiss ass.
Liam, this is what you should do. Cut that out and just play it on the podcast. It's a little bit of editing.
Hot Sam Bacho.
This will all seem so professional.
Where is it?
Chalmers, are you suggesting pre and post production?
Are you going Hot Sam Bacho song?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the last conversation I had with JR, listen to me right now. Every time I come up with some segment ideas, they don't happen.
Do you want to keep it 100 right now?
Did you never bring them up again?
Yeah, because Chalmers, you start it and then you don't deliver and then you also disappear for 3 months.
I always can do. I could keep it 100 right now. Wendy's
You don't
Junior
go on
Bacon
any
Cheeseburger
shows.
is the best cheeseburger around. I just kept it 100. Listen, there's segments to be had, and it's not just for me.
Maybe
it's
it is
that
on
we
Twitter.
all have to do it.
Okay.
What's that guy's name? Thomas Wambato?
Thomas Sambacho.
Hot Sam
No, Hot
Bacho.
Sam
Search,
Bacho.
yeah, because I think I watched it on Twitter, but I thought it was put on YouTube.
Is this really about us trying to find a video right now?
No, it's about us waiting for you to start a segment that you do so desperately want, and then trying to keep it on the rails.
I'm saying, okay. What's a segment we could do right now? Chalm in or chalm out? And I give you something, and you tell me if you're chalm in or chalm out.
All right.
What was the analogy you said earlier today that your dad agrees is like the only way to make $1 is a nickel at a time? What was it?
Peeling potatoes.
Peeling potatoes, yeah. Only way to
peel a bag of potatoes one at a time.
Right.
You ever find yourself with a lot of things to do and you just get overwhelmed?
I don't know.
Just think about, hey.
No.
There is a song. It's out there. I've seen it. Anyways.
All right.
Hot Sambacho.
There you go.
It's brilliant.
We can't find it. It could be out there.
Yeah.
Could be not.
Yeah, it sounds like a real popular song.
Well, can you give us one chalm in, chalm out? I'd like to play before we end this off.
Okay, chalm in, chalm out. Fireworks on Canada Day. Are you chalm in or you chalm out?
I'm chalm in. I like a professionally done fireworks display.
You see all the videos of people on the 4th of July fucking almost burning their own shit down.
Yes.
Like, what was the rapper that tried to do one on his driveway and it just straight up fell over and started shooting at everybody?
See, again, that's why I said a professionally done fireworks display. I was at the lake for the long weekend, and there was just assholes lighting them off at all hours of the day, whether it was bright out or not.
Smooth.
Is this the song?
How dare you interrupt?
This is someone doing a cover.
With this stupid song.
How dare you interrupt?
I need his cover of it. I found someone doing a cover of it. we're breaking. Oh, here it is. Oh, you gotta see this.
Oh, this is huge. This is awesome.
I'm chalm out on this segment.
It's no tie. Why won't you kiss me?
Oh, that's got to get on the fucking
Hot Sambacho. I'm chomping on Hot Sambacho. Okay. Fireworks are magical, Chalmers. No one should do amateur. Like, there's some funny amateur videos of fireworks, but fireworks are a thing of beauty.
Move Terry.
Yeah, so don't get Terry to do your fireworks, Hot Sambacho.
Did you see the one? Did you see the one where they're all sitting in the front yard and they're all just sitting on their lawn chairs, and the guy goes and lights one on the street, and it falls sideways and then shoots over to the right, and they're all like, "Oh my god, what just happened?" And they're looking over at the car, and all of a sudden it just goes crazy and starts shooting.
So like shot into the box of all the other fireworks, and then we're all pointed at everyone, and it was just
it was like a war zone. Anyways, I'm chum in on fireworks. I think that the best place to do fireworks is on a beach where you can kind of put a little sand around them, really solidify them. You space them out about 4 feet apart. You have somebody who lights the one, counts to 5, lights the next one. You got a real good time. I am chum in.
Or you can buy those preset kits that kind of just do the kind of motions for you. But yeah, no, I actually, some of my favorite fireworks memories are doing them on a beach at a lake in Alberta.
Sounds like everybody's chomping in.
I love it.
Chalmers, I need to tell you some Olive Garden related news you missed because you're never on the show. And I need you to sit down.
Yeah, please sit down.
Before I tell you, they have discontinued seafood Portofino at Olive Garden.
Chalmers won't care if they didn't like it.
I do not care because
there was one summer where
Chalmers doesn't like anything that's good. If it doesn't come from a 7-Eleven, he doesn't want it.
He said, Wanye, if you say seafood Portofino once more on this trip to Stampede, I'm going to punch you.
I remember
you threatened me.
You guys were so into this thing.
We loved it.
The greatest thing ever.
It was the most delicious pasta ever. Oh,
whatever. I just like the bread and the salad, and then I get myself a nice little lasagna.
Portofino.
I'm chom in on that. I am chom out on seafood Portofino.
Remember when you fell asleep on the lawn of the Olive Garden?
The long ass wait.
Middle of the day. Drunk as sin.
We went there for like lunch. It was a weird
brunch Portofino because we knew we were going to be too.
Yeah, in hindsight, it was a weird move, but at the time, it made so much sense.
We insisted we go there to open to eat it for breakfast. I remember
it was a weird move. It was really awesome.
You were having the time of your life.
No. I loved it. I wish I had a better memory. I remember stuff like that. That was a fun day.
My hardest Stampede memory of all time, that's what she said, was that when I had to not drink to go get you at the airport that day. So like everybody else was day drinking like 3 days into it. And I'm like, I have to wait for Chalmers. I have to wait for Chalmers. And then you came off the plane. You're like, I'm so mad. We need drinks. No, it's like, fine. Now we're back.
Hot Sambacho.
Hot Sambacho. That's what we ordered.
That's where we'll end it off. So I will say thank you to the HGA group. Go get your tickets for the World Juniors. Those are available now. And also order Oodle Noodle for the draft tonight. Do it through DoorDash using the promo code RealLifePodDD. That'll get you a discount and free delivery on your first order. And with that, I will push this button, assuming it's the right one.
Thanks for listening to another episode of the Real Life Podcast. Don't want to miss any of our nonsense? Hit the subscribe button and give us a follow on Twitter and Instagram.